doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. Footsteps even lighter. Doesn't mean I'm over, 'cause you're gone.
Hey everyone, welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jalela Starr. Today the topic is Keep the Faith. We are on a positive timeline. Many of you have heard me talk about timelines for a long time. No pun intended. And, you know, it's now becoming more familiar to more people. It's becoming more mainstream as people begin to realize we live in a quantum universe. We have multiple timelines and we can move between timelines if we understand how to do it. And my work over the last almost 20 years has been about shifting Earth and shifting people to an alternative timeline that has a more positive outcome than the one that we were currently on. So that was what all the grid work was about, creating the dimensional grids 3, 4, 5, and 9. It was about the 4 galactic wounds, and which were the previous human homeworlds that were destroyed, whose timelines are woven into our timeline. And we had to shift out of the old timeline where those events would play out again. Now, we could change them, but we would still be on the old timeline. That old timeline would have also involved an asteroid hit. It would have involved a too close for comfort viewing of Nibiru. It would have caused a too close for comfort interaction or meetup with Comet Elenin, which, you know, that went by with almost no major issues. Well, no major issues. And we were told back then, that was I think September or October of last year, that if Elenin went by and was not a big deal, then Nibiru would not be a big deal either. And the reason being is that something about the trajectory and the timing of our orbit around the sun, and where those, you know, we're going, say, this way, it's coming this way, you got the sun between us. As long as we stayed directly opposite, we would only maybe get a glimpse on either side. And they basically, what they were saying is that if we're on the same, if whatever position we are in with Elenin, if it is an easy transition, if we barely see it and there's no major impacts, Nibiru, our timing with Nibiru will be about the same. Hopefully that makes sense. So those two things, Elenin came by, no big issue. The other thing about the old timeline is that we would see an asteroid hit, a lot of prophecies about that. It would create a new ice age. You know, it would just be cataclysmic. And that asteroid that was prophesied, I believe, just came by. And as of the 15th, it came within 17,000 miles of Earth, but it missed us. Now, yes, we are going to have meteor showers. That is very common because as Nibiru comes up from the south, okay, and you notice most of the meteor showers are hitting primarily in the southern hemisphere. As it comes up from the south and it goes over the sun and back down, when it comes up, it has to push through the asteroid belt because it comes between Mars and Jupiter. So it's going to push debris toward the sun. And of course, we're right in the path of that debris. So we're going to get hit with showers. But from what they're telling us, if we have shifted, we will have near misses, but we will not get hit by anything of a catastrophic nature. So far that has happened. The other thing is that by now we should have been in World War III. Israel should have attacked Iran, and that would have kind of got it all started. As you notice, Iran's no longer in the news. The United States has backed off. The other thing is that we would see a new financial system. I think that is 3 to 6 months. I mean, 1 to 4 months away at this point. Longest term would be June. I think more March. And when that new system comes into play, it levels the playing field. It releases humanity from financial enslavement. It will start to eliminate the growing global police state and release us that way. And, well, a lot of good things will come out of that. Then new energy will be coming online. And then with the new energy will come devices that will clean up the environment. So on the new timeline, we would not have a war. We would not have asteroid hits. We would have a new financial system. We'd have clean energy, and we would have a clean planet. Pretty cool. On the old timeline, we would have had none of those things. We would have had catastrophe, famine, wars, the whole thing. With the new, we're learning how much we have shifted, because it's not like, okay, we're on this timeline, and all of a sudden we shift to that one, and everything's smooth sailing. When we shift, we can shift by degrees. And then along that timeline, there are choice points, if you will. And with each choice point, there are 5 options. We, through our consciousness, choose which of those options. If we choose A, it's going to be a smooth sailing. If we choose anything less, it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. And so we still have some, as I'm told, that we still have some choice points we have to work on. And those will happen between now and June. They are telling me that the majority of the choice points, majority of the big events will occur before the end of June. And at that point, we're going to know what kind of world we're going to create in the next 6 months. In other words, you have to create the choice points, and then you manifest. So the big decisions are between now and June. So keep your head up, keep the faith. We're moving forward. If you want more confirmation about these timelines, look at Alfred Weber's information. I've left a great link to his video for you so that you can understand. He understands Project Looking Glass, the military's look into the future. All kinds of good information out there about that. I'm not the only one talking about it. But anyways, it looks like we have shifted. We just got to keep going. And to keep going, we just keep doing our emotional clearing. Guys, it isn't over. We got to keep going, so we keep making those choice A, options when the choice points come up. And we're going to get through this. I am excited about the future. I think life is going to be fantastic. So that's it for the week. See you next week. Or whenever I have something else to say.
Broken down, think that I'll come running back. Baby, you don't know me 'cause you're dead wrong. What doesn't kill you